can you have pizza without cheese? I guess so. This is not hard. I can have ricotta, but I can have tofu ricotta. Nobody's going to know. But those of you who have done this, you have people over, they have like no idea if there's any difference. You know what I mean? And there are so many things that people can eat. It's a wonder that everyone hasn't switched. But at our medical center and in our research studies, we often hear people say, ever since I went vegan, I feel so great. I've lost weight, my cholesterol's down, I don't have diabetes anymore, but sometimes I really miss cheese. Or I miss junk food. And what is going on? Well, I have to tell you, logic plays very little role in human decision making. And I'm going to argue that that's not a bad thing. When we're picking what we're going to eat, it's focused on culture and what I'm going to call noise, the advertising and wishful thinking and money and addictions and all kinds of things. And logic is not necessarily the way you want to go. For example, the sheep on the left there is using logic. He's saying to everybody else, that might not have actually been a wolf in the distance, that might have been traffic. Or maybe that was thunder. And the other sheep are saying, forget it, let's just get out of here. And chimpanzees are the same way. They have their culture that sets rules that they don't really think through over and over again. If a baby chimp finds a new berry or a new leaf, his sister or mother will take it out of the chimp's hands and not let them eat it, because culture allows them to stay alive. And so you don't rethink every single decision that you're going to make. And you have noticed when you talk to your non-vegetarian, non-vegan friends that logic doesn't play a big role in their thinking. You're talking with them about the environment or how much healthier they would be if they went on a vegan diet. And at the moment that you say this, the ideatron, right, doctors in the audience, you remember the ideatron in the brain, it releases an idea in the brain, like maybe I'll go vegan. And as soon as they get that idea, the famiglia stimulates the don't-do-it-ary gland, which releases endorphins, and they then start coming up with rationalizations, starting with, where do you get your protein? And all sorts of things like that. So the point being that culture, unfortunately, intervenes and defeats logic in this kind of case. So what that means is we've got to make culture and make noise, because those are the things that determine a lot of human behavior. And so when Daniel went out to LA and made our Walk a Flock of Flame video, it's not science, this is noise. But we need a little bit of science and a whole lot of noise to win in this world. What is determining a lot of human behavior is that. Dopamine. Dopamine is the brain chemical for pleasure. Dopamine is released when you have a drink, when you smoke a cigarette, when you take an illegal drug. And when people are eating junk food, they get dopamine. And that's the issue that we're really dealing with. The good news is that if a person says, it's true, every night I just want chocolate and I want cheese and I want all these things, I'm having trouble with my diet, I'm a sugar addict. I know, this is not just you, this is everybody. What they are really seeking is dopamine in the brain. But I'm here to tell you, there are healthy dopamine sources. And if we take advantage of them, we're going to do well. The first is intimacy, social interaction. Our families and our friends give us a little dopamine release in the brain. The next one is physical movement. So all those people at the Zumba class aren't just together as a group, they're moving, and that gives them some dopamine too. But there is a third dopamine source. Music releases dopamine in the brain. In fact, you can do a brain scan and you will see the various centers light up. When you're anticipating a musical beat, the caudate lights up with dopamine, and then when you reach it, the nucleus accumbens lights up. Thank you. We think this is music, it's really just dopamine. Now, researchers have said, okay, is this really going to help? Well, they went into the labor and delivery suite and talked with women as their pain was increasing toward giving birth, and they asked them to rate it on a scale from 0 to 10. And as you can imagine, the pain became higher and higher. And then they said, well, what if we massage you all the way through? And massage has a little bit of a pain-relieving characteristic. Then they gave them no massage, just music. And it turns out that music acts about like a consistent massage, so it does seem to work. So this might raise the question, what really can music do? Let's compare. Beethoven versus Velveeta. I'm going to take a 2-ounce serving of each. Velveeta has 170 calories, Beethoven none. Fat, 12 to 0. Cholesterol, 45, and once again, none. Sodium, 800, none for Beethoven. In fact, I've gone through every symphony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I added up all the cholesterol in all of them, and it came out to be 0. Exactly none. So, now, by now you might say, okay, I get it. But there's no way that Beethoven can compete with heroin, or maybe not even Velveeta. But, hear me out. If you're alone versus being surrounded by friends, if you're sedentary versus being active, if you're tired versus well-rested, if you're living in complete silence versus enjoying music and beauty, which of these groups is going to have more trouble with food addictions? It's the person all by themselves saying, chocolate was here, where were you? You know what I mean. So we use these natural things to keep us floating, and you don't see it, but little dopamine squirts are making you feel like, I think I'm okay for now without the cheese right now. So I got the staff of the Barnard Medical Center together, and we decided to do a test that I'd like to share with you, where I got them all to use group process and physical activity, and I taught everyone to play musical instruments, and insisted that we bring ethics into it, so we brought in an animal theme, and I want to show you what we came up with.
She buckled her armor where ribbons had been.
actually, that's off of our new record that Saurabh was mentioning. It's called Carving Works. We are all carving when it comes down to it. These are some of our works. My new book, The Cheese Trap, is coming out in February. I'm hoping that we can take this food that people have kind of not thought about and maybe put that back on the national radar. And if you don't mind, I'd like to leave you with this. Just one more of our songs.
There's a time in early hours when we're all just shades of gray, walking alone with your demons in tow, and memories that won't go away.
Thank you, Dr. Barnard, so much for all that you've done. You've really transformed how we look at medicine, how we look at the world around us, and making sure that we all live healthy lives. And you've really transformed that in ways that are beyond words. So I just want to give you another round of applause. Really join me. I know I am not alone, looking forward to you adding to your accolades, not only everything you've done already, but also a Grammy Award, which GCRM certainly deserves. And also, if you missed this, if you want to see this again, or if you know someone else, a family member or a friend who may want to see this too, you can go to the VSDC, the Vegetarian Society DC Facebook page, and we've live streamed this, so that way people around the world have the opportunity to hear Dr. Barnard give this amazing talk, but also let them know that they have an opportunity to see it as well. We'll also have it up there to go to later on if you want to go back and think about not only this wonderful celebration you've had today, but the wise words that Dr. Barnard has said. You have an opportunity to go back. Again, that's the VSDC Facebook page. I also want to just take a quick moment to thank our photographers here who did a tremendous job, Lily Daroff and Sherry Watkins. They've been with us in the past and did amazing photographs. So again, go to the VSDC Facebook page and review that page, and you check out some of their great work there. And also our videographer, Isabel Hahn, who again has recorded this, so that way, if you want a copy of it, you can talk to us, let us know. We'll try to do what we can to get you a copy of it. That way, you can relive these memories in the future as well. We still have a raffle going on. We're selling tickets for $5 for one, $10 for three. We have 4 great prizes that we've already mentioned. The hotel night stay here at the Hyatt. Also, $5 gift certificate to Dawson's in Rockville. Vegan Brush for 2 at Equinox, downtown DC. And also some great books that Dr. Barnard has generously donated that are signed by him. We also have the silent auction going on the back. We're a little bit behind the program. We're going to extend the deadline to bid until 3:30. So you still have a little more opportunity to go out there. We have some great things at a real steal. So I encourage you to go back there. And again, any proceeds go to VSDC and the great work we do to bring not only this event possible to all of you, but also events throughout the year, educational, community building, social events, and really reflecting on the importance of veganism, vegetarianism, and the community here in the DC area. So please encourage you to go and check those out as well. Well, we're also really fortunate to have with us 2 amazing musicians that will serenade us for the next half hour or so. They are both renowned nationally and internationally, and we have a special treat today in particular. The first of the musicians is Karim Wasfi. He's the chief conductor and director of the Iraqi National Symphony Orchestra. He's an international soloist who has given performances throughout the US, Europe, and the Middle East. He has founded new orchestral techniques for intensive development through improvisations, new healing approaches through improvisations, and a music program for orphans and the displaced. He is the winner of the United Arab Emirates Humanitarian of the Year Prize, and is the founder of the Peace of the Arts Initiative. His passion for defying terror by improvising musical works on the cello and blast craters immediately following the aftermath of an ISIS suicide bomber attack about 18 months ago, last year in 2015, has gotten much international media attention. I remember reading about that myself a year and a half ago, and really amazed by the courage that he has shown, the conviction and beliefs that it's really an honor to have them in our presence today to celebrate this performing Thanksgiving celebration. And joining him on the stage, you may remember from past live performing Thanksgiving celebrations here with VSDC, is Steven Svoboda. His repertoire is Spanish, nylon string guitar, includes classical, flamenco, Brazilian, and Renaissance styles. He began practicing the classical guitar at age 11. He's a lifetime member of VSDC, but a vegan for almost 20 years. For nearly 4 years, he was the president of the Vegetarian Society of St. Louis. He's been a frequent performer at the Thanksgiving events here with VSDC, and now if you can welcome me and welcoming them to the stage.